Success is the progressive realization of a worthy goal or ideal. Earl Nightingale. Well, my friends, you can see that success progress every single day as you spend 10 to 15 minutes with us following these charts, learning by doing. It is just that simple. If you're a subscriber at our website, all you have to do is go there, sign up for the email. Every day we email you the video plus a link to a great training and all sorts of great links on the page. You can also become a Patreon supporter if you appreciate what we do. Let's jump into these charts. Everything down for the day, going in the right direction of our trades. Let's first look at the S&P 500. Where are we there? Well, we jumped into a trade on the afternoon of last Friday, the 7th. We went ahead and set up using the little tool here, the short position tool under that section entitled Prediction and Measurement Tools. We set it up, of course, set our loss band at one time. And you have to go over here to this red figure. At one time, the average true range, that was $7.38. We doubled that for our 2-to-1 reward to risk ratio. For our profit, we are moving in the right direction. Do pay close attention as we are in this practice trade to see if we can take every dollar off the table possible. Now you might say, Tom, why would you buy something when it's going down? Those of you who are new, you don't know what we're doing here because, of course, you haven't been with us the whole time. We follow our big charts always, but there is an inverse chart. There are also puts. If you're a Patreon member, of course, hopefully you have taken that 3-part series, Options Made Simple, the Charting Wealth Way. If you're not a Patreon member, sign up. First thing we send you will be those trainings so you can learn how to practice trade options. But in the meantime, you can go to something like SH. What is that? That is the ProShares single short of the S&P 500. And look, magically, it moves up as the S&P moves down. Now, you look at the dollar amount, it's much cheaper than the S&P 500. That's $360. But again, it's set up to move the same percentage. It's not the same price, but the way that it's managed, it moves the opposite percentage. So if the S&P is going down, SH is going up. So just another little thing you can do. And in fact, I will put at the end of today's training, for those of you who are new to this concept, the inverse fund training. We have inverse funds, how to make money when markets crash. I think it's the most popular training we've ever done. So join the hundreds of thousands who have taken that. Now, we see that things are moving in the right direction, down 0.76% for the day. 2-day, of course, is moving in the right direction. Hasn't hit that low of a few days ago, but getting close. We look at the weekly, and we can see the weekly again. We hit the 200 EMA on the weekly, bounced above it last week. We're back down to it this week. Are we going to move through that 200 EMA or just skim along it, maybe bounce off it again? I don't know. But if things go in that direction, of course, what does that show us? It shows us that our trend is highly negative when we push through that, particularly on the weekly. So that's where we are. It is almost ditto when we come to the Qs. We executed a Qs trade. That's the NASDAQ 100. For those of you interested, the inverse fund for that is PSQ. And again, it's covered in that training if you don't already know that. Moving in the right direction, down 1% for the day. Jumped into that one. Doing the same kind of thing with our always winning formula. And, oh gosh, what is the training that teaches that? You know, I'm going to put that one at the end. If you don't know exactly what the method, the always winning method is one of, the wave technique. That's the one. I'm going to share that one with you too at the end of today's video. It explains to you how we set these things up, why we do what we do. So again, want you to have all of those. All those trainings are for free. You know, those of you who appreciate what we do, support us as a Patreon member. We're not selling anything to you. I do this for free for you guys. It helps me. You wonder, Tom, why do you do this for free every day? Because it makes me get in the market. It makes me think about what's going on. Teaching, I learned this for teaching law for 18 years, made me a better lawyer. because I taught the law. This makes me a better trader and investor because I teach it, because I have to be in it every day. I have to think about it. I have to think about why I'm doing what I'm doing, how to explain that, how to teach it to you. I'm the biggest beneficiary of all this. It's wonderful. I love it. I do it every day. Nobody has to pay me. It is my advocation as opposed to vocation. So as we see things moving in this right direction, we are happy. We're going to be paying close attention to this. We hope to get this 2-to-1 risk to reward ratio, earn ourselves 4.76%. We're risking 2.38%. And we will see if it keeps going in the right direction. If it doesn't, we'll cut our losses or shorten our earnings and move on. That's the other thing you learn by doing. There's lots you learn. You learn everything by doing. That's what it's all about. You're not going to learn it unless you do it. If you're just listening to my voice every day, that's about the only thing you're going to get is my soothing voice with a little bit of a southern accent in there. That's about it. Now let's check out where we are on 20-year bonds. This is exciting. We almost hit it here. Now, we've seen that happen before with bonds. If we go back a while, we can see on that second bond trade before last where we hit it and bounced off of it at some point. Now this one shows that something's not right about that, friends, because I know we almost hit it and bounced up and then came back down. I may have been going back and forth and screwed this up somehow, but for some reason that doesn't seem right because I know we did not get out there. We didn't get out till here. But anyway, sometimes you'll get really, really close and you'll be tempted to go ahead and take it. I don't discourage that. If you get close and want to take it early, hey man, a bird in the hand is worth 2 in the bush. The trick is, of course, first rule of trading, don't lose money. Second rule of trading, make money. Whenever you can take coins off the table, I'm all for it, although I don't want you to get into the habit of just taking those first wins and never going for the long haul. But you got to practice, you got to learn, you got to do what in the end feels comfortable to you. So things going in the right direction on bonds. We'll continue to watch it. What about the 2-day? We look at the 2-day. It is negative now and heading down. That is quite nice to see. The weekly is, of course, negative and heading down. And, of course, on bonds, we show you we are, check this out, well below. This is bonds on the weekly, well into the bear territory on bonds. So things going in the right direction for us. Let's go to gold, see where we are there. Of course, we initiated this morning, jumped into a gold move early in the morning, like at 10:30. That was our jumping in point. Things started off very negative in gold, moving in the right direction there in the afternoon. We're not quite hitting the low of the morning, but moving in the right direction. We can see the STC hiking down, which is nice to see. Look at the 2-day now. It had been moving up. The STC is still moving up, but we do have a red spinning top starting the week off. Now, that does give us a pause for concern. We're going to be aware of that and very careful as we continue to move through this week. What about the weekly? It's negative. It's been negative for a while. We had a positive candle this last week with a long wick on the top. Things are starting off down, like we said, 1.52%. That's nice. Nowhere near the lows of the week beginning the 26th of September. So we will keep our eyes on things and watch them. Now, lastly, we go to Bitcoin. Where is Bitcoin? Heading back down again. Started in the morning on Friday, accelerated on Friday, then Monday morning and afternoon. We can see where things rotated back over in the morning on the STC. And like we said, heading down for the day. Now, as we look at these bigger charts, we can see where Bitcoin has hit around this 1820 mark. It actually pushed below it back on that 2-day candle starting on the 23rd of September. But we hope we're making a base as we look at the weekly. You can see around that 1820 mark or so. We're heading back down toward that. I want us to build up a nice base there I wish we hadn't penetrated it on this 1 wick, but again, that doesn't make a trend or doesn't break the potential of some kind of bottom. I would love for that to be our bottom. I don't know that it will be, but we shall wait. We shall watch. We shall see as things move ahead. That's where we are, folks. As we get into Monday, things are going in our direction. I do expect things to change. We may get a bounce up tomorrow. We'll carefully monitor just what's going on, make the appropriate decisions. I hope you'll be checking the market at least twice during the day. Look at it about mid-morning after about 10:30, after idiot hour, and then about mid-afternoon or toward the closing of the market, something like that. Don't sit there and spend all day looking at it. You'll just mess your head up. But that's where we are, folks. Appreciate you so much for being with us. We love to hear from you. CW@chartingwealth.com. Patreon members, we appreciate you.